Why, hello. It's Soul. It is September 21st, 2018. This is the Warcraft Weekly, and today's episode is brought to you by Painmaker, distributor of gifts, subs, Twitch subs. Yeah. Today's roundup of news is going to be a little bit lighter, but we're going to try to have a little bit of fun, so let's do this. Bob is over there doing his thing, and well, Bob, where are you at today? Bob, what's up?
Did you not notice? You hit 20,000 subs.
So that's cool. Yeah, I did it. But do you realize what this means? It means I'm gaining momentum. It means I'm growing. I'm becoming greater, stronger, faster, cheaper. And today I can celebrate the fact that at this point I am the tallest midget. No offense to midgets. You guys are all cool. So yay, let's hit that victory music. And time for the news. The actual big news this week is that the Mythic World First race is over. Predictably, it was the European Guild Method that took the top spot, taking down Mythic Gahoon in the Uldir raid. Taking second place was US Guild Limit, totally dismantling my cynical theory that they would be banned before the World First Mythic race was even over.
And now I lost 50 gold. Son of a bitch.
For those of you who may have been keeping track, this particular World First race was very different in that Method was streaming pretty much the entire thing. They had a pretty ridiculous setup, setting up multiple streams across multiple channels, and to be honest, they were, well, pretty much dominating Twitch during the later parts of this race. This is the first time that Method put this kind of production into the race live for all of us to see. And it totally paid off, elevating their guild into new levels of fame and notoriety, as well as elevating the visibility of the World of Warcraft itself. There was a lot of doubts, and even myself included, who only holds so much interest in that sort of race, playing at a level that is well beyond me, but that's kind of how esports goes, right? Watching the pro players do their thing, commentating, talking smack.
Oh my god, why did Limit extend their lockout?
And, you know, that sort of thing. And the truly amazing thing about this is that this was homegrown. This is something that Method just did on their own because it's within their right to. Traditionally, they had privatized the work that they done during the Mythic World First race, and this time they hella didn't. And again, it totally paid off, and they won. This proved to be a successful test that yes, in fact, the World First race can be monetized in such a way. So I've got to wonder to myself, what is Blizzard going to do about it? And my hope is that they do nothing, absolutely nothing, and just let Method or whoever just kind of do their thing. Oh, this is a nice little distraction. The PTR is downloading right now. Great. So I guess I'll speed this up a little bit in case there's some PTR coverage to take care of. So there are two big takeaways that come from this particular World First race. One is that the Mythic World First race is kind of like the Olympics, the Super Bowl. It's just a big bursty event that provides a lot of exposure to the World of Warcraft and gives people an inside look as to how the world's best raiders in MMOs work. I'm pretty confident or optimistic that the gaming industry at large they did pay a lot of attention to what's going on here, and I think that that future World First races may sponsor other teams to also do the same thing for additional exposure. Having one team with multiple perspectives is great. Having multiple teams, though, competing teams with different perspectives altogether, that makes for a, you know, kind of like a Mythic race network that viewers will be able to jump back and forth into, trying to find out, okay, this person's doing this, the other person's doing that. Oh, this is great, this is amazing. It makes me really excited for the near future and how some of the top teams are going to respond, as well as, again, what kind of professional teams might come out of this. The other takeaway is my chance to say sorry to Limit for making a joke out of them, because they did get second place. There are many reasons why they got second place. They had a one-day head start. Maybe they had made the wrong decisions on extending their lockouts. There are numerous decisions that made them second place as opposed to first place, as opposed to third, fourth, or disqualified for whatever reason. However, thanks to the exposure, this race was pretty darn close and pretty darn exciting too. So I'm also excited to see what other teams are going to try to bring Method down from the top. It's going to be a very tough and uphill battle, but my hopes are that the competitive scene remains lively and that we'll be here to watch it. Earlier this week, there was a developer live stream that really didn't need to be a live stream. It could have just been a recorded thing, but oh well. Anyway, Ian Hezekiah was on doing his thing, bouncing up all around like a cool guy, and he gave us an early preview of what's to come in patch, well, it sounds like it's going to be patch 8.1, the Tides of Vengeance patch.
Players spoke out from around the world voicing their excitement for the new content, and also threw plenty of shade, because apparently talking about new content is a desperate plea to retain subscribers.
There are a couple of highlights, but it's a lot of the usual stuff. We're going to get a new Warfront and Darkshore because the Kaldorei just can't let it go. There's going to be new random-ish, scheduled-ish events called incursions, ensuring that you'll be able to level your alt extremely quickly while not doing anything apparently to dispel the narrative that this is an alt-unfriendly expansion. There's going to be a new raid, maybe either in this patch or in the 0.5 patch that's going to come after. This raid might be called the Siege of Zuldazar. Guess where that is? And this raid is going to feature Jaina Proudmoore as well as King Rastakhan. Both are going to be featured as raid bosses, and one or both of them may either get away as if it's a hero that lives to fight another day, or will die horrible, horrible deaths. As this patch downloads, literally as we speak, and my anxiety grows, wondering just how bad the recording quality is going to be, I'm going to try to identify a number of other highlights in this patch towards the end of the show. September 19th was Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Now talk like a pirate.
Yarr.
Yarr.
Yeah, great. This particular Pirates Day was a little bit special because on the same day, Blizzard launched a promotional event where you get to buy 6 months of game time and you get a free mount, basically. I have to confess that when I first saw it, I bought it immediately. I had no idea what it was. I had no idea what it was about, but I was like, oh, cool. Game time, mount. Does it move? Does it fly? I don't know. I just bought it.
You typical sheep, you. I decided to take the high road and not buy the mount.
Alright, why is that?
Well, it's so obvious that this is an ActiBliz thing. It's a way to make the player stay subscribed, even when the expansion is doo-doo butter right now.
So you're saying that Blizzard threw this whole promotion together, made this mount in like a matter of like days or weeks or so because people are mad?
Absolutely. Okay, maybe not that. But I bet you that Activision knew that this expansion was going to be poop. So they set this up all the way in advance to get people trapped in the game.
Is that where you're going?
Yup.
Let's take it even further, yeah?
Here's the backstory of Talk Like a Pirate Day. It was founded in 1995 as a parody holiday by John Bauer and Mark Summers. According to sworn testimony, they knew that in 23 years, Blizzard, the studio that made Warcraft, Orcs and Humans just 1 year prior, would eventually make a massively multiplayer online RPG called the World of Warcraft, and would create an in-game holiday based on their parody holiday, and then years after that knew that they were going to make a pretty poor expansion called Battle for Azeroth, but know that they positioned themselves perfectly, putting their holiday on September 19th, figuring out that, decades in advance, Blizzard would typically release their expansions just before their holiday. That way, Blizzard would be in a perfect position to use this holiday in order to extend their subscriptions.
Brilliant.
You know, maybe they just did this promo because it was good timing.
No Sherlock. I gotta admit that there are two extremes of WoW fandom and WoW criticism. There are those, maybe like me, who go through their own little bits of mental gymnastics to understand just what it is that's going through Blizzard's head whenever they're making certain design decisions. On the other side, I see conspiracy theories like these and I wonder to myself, man, you guys are good. You guys need to be part of like some sort of political think tank that can twist benign things into like the worst thing. Like I joked earlier, does announcing new content mean that, oh, well, this is a clear sign of desperation, Blizzard? Having some promo like this either now or at the expansion's launch or, late in the expansion's lifetime, it wouldn't make a difference. People are still going to twist and turn this promo into something overly negative. But I'm not going to debate the details, the logic as to like the timing, the promotion itself, the terms and conditions and all that. But what I will say that for folks like me, this promotion is perfect because nothing changes. I'm just going to do the thing that I'm normally doing and I'm gonna get a mount for it. Hey, that's cool. And this is my opinion, but if there are people that have really big misgivings about the expansion and legit are like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna unsub for a little while, it's not a big deal, I really don't think a mount is going to be like,
Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna come back because I really gotta have that mount.
I feel confident saying that a mount is not going to sway people to come back. It's just going to reinforce people who are already staying to dig themselves in a little bit further. And that's okay, it's our money, or it's someone else's money and it's our gold, but whatever. On the flip side though, let's go really quick back to last year, BlizzCon 2017, when they sold the virtual ticket. This was a special time for the virtual ticket because it was going to be like a virtual ticket 2.0, where they were going to feature more panels, more stuff. And to help promote that, there were a ton of cool digital things that you got with a digital virtual ticket thing, including a multi-seater flying mount. Now, I'm willing to also argue with fair confidence that there is a sizable number of players or fans of the World of Warcraft who bought the virtual ticket not for the virtual ticket, but for that mount. Comparing the virtual ticket mount promotion versus the game time mount promotion, I would say that the value that you get out of it for this particular promotion, this Dreadwake mount, is much higher than that of the virtual ticket. But that's just me, one opinion. Even though I'm probably right.
Wrong.
No, I am right.
Wrong.
Damn it. So I'm taking a look at some of the Datamine stuff coming out of this 8.1 PTR download. There isn't too much to look at the moment, but I'm going to reveal a couple of things behind me. Don't worry, I'm not going to be talking spoilers, but there are a couple cool things that refer back to the live stream just this past Monday. It looks like we will see a follow-up with Vol'jin and predictably Bwonsamdi, and maybe we get a hint, or maybe we just get a straight-up reveal as who Bwonsamdi's boss is. The Darkshore Warfront is going to work out a little bit differently from the Arathi Warfront. From the looks of things, regardless of whether you're Horde or Alliance, you're going to be based in the ruins of Aberdeen. In the current Warfront in Arathi Highlands, the Horde are situated in the north in their own base, while the Alliance will always hold the Stromgarde Keep to the south. So it's a little different, and it at least expresses the idea that after the battle for Darkshore, the burning of Teldrassil, that the Horde didn't have a whole lot of interest in Darkshore and didn't really care to build like permanent fortifications. From the looks of it, the Darkshore Warfront is going to play out as such, where either the Horde or Alliance, they jump into Aberdeen, they kick out the opposite faction from there, they build up fortifications, and then they finish off the enemy. And at least for now, that's probably going to be it. If there's anything else cool, I'm just going to put it behind me just as an image. Hey, here's a cool thing that you can look at. So that's going to round up all the news for this week. It's the usual roller coaster of emotion. Oh my god, exciting things are happening. Oh my god, let's turn this into a pile of salt. But overall, I think that this has been a pretty progressive week for WoW. We're moving forward. We're seeing new things. We're talking about new things. We're complaining about new things. Oh, hey, look at that. We're going to get Paragon rep as well. Neat. I wonder what we're going to get.
Horsies.
Probably. So, okay, I'm going to talk about myself and the channel for a little bit, so if you're not interested in that stuff, you know, like, subscribe, hey, stay breezy, guys, that sort of thing. So 20,000 subs, that's pretty good. Okay, well, I'd like to say this is pretty good. I believe last year, just around BlizzCon time, I was like, oh man, I hope I get to 10,000 subscribers, you know, by BlizzCon, and I did not. I got it, I believe, a little bit afterwards. So I'm very happy with the growth, and I'm really excited. I'm extremely grateful for all the support that you folks at home and on the toilet have been giving me over the past year and some change. And people who have been watching me from the very beginning, I'm grateful to have you. People have come and gone. They've lent their support. They've pulled it back after you know, disagreements and all that. And that's great. But I'm just really, it's a cool spot to be in. Like, I'm here. I'm one of the folks that people like, even like Beluar. I remember someone had pointed out, oh, hey, Beluar mentioned you really quick in the video. I'm like, oh my god, that's pretty cool. So it's a neat space to be in. And I'm glad that I can identify myself as a WoW commentator, one that tries to see things in a multifaceted way, in a balanced way, you know, without the salt, but at the same time acknowledging the very real issues that hold the game back or cause disruptions in the community.
You did talk about the shirt.
Yes, I finally went around to make a shirt. I'm still working on one based on Bob.
Really, for me?
Yeah, but it's there below under the video thing. I think that's how it works. I'm not gonna sport it or talk about it too much.
Yeah, let's talk about me for a little bit and definitely not give you any product placement time.
But seriously, this has me pumped. This has me super stoked for BlizzCon when I get to see a bunch of the other content creators and be like,
Hi, I was too shy last year, but I'm trying to approach you now. I hope I'm not too socially awkward. And
yeah, so thank you, fam, for being breezies, being accepting, and making me feel pretty welcome here. So I'm going to stop hitting the refresh button looking for more stuff to talk about, and I'm going to wrap things up. Tune in next week for some cool content. I got a really positive response out of that video that I did talking about player housing and my ideas for it. So I also wanted to do a follow-up and talk about a guild hall or guild housing or however the heck that's going to work. I'm going to do kind of the same thing. It's probably going to be a little bit more casual, but I'm going to do another presentation on it and just show off my vision as to how I think a guild hall will work in the world of Warcraft with respect to Blizzard's philosophies as well as the things that we, the players, want. So stay tuned for that and follow me on social media for some conversation. Of course, you can join the Horde community and, of course, like the video. Subscribe for more of this and all things Warcraft. And I guess we'll see you next week. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay breezy.